listeners. My presentation is called 320. My uncorrected vision is actually worse than that, so I figured I'd just take 20 pictures and kind of try and free them from the tyranny of the sense. Okay, spacebar. Right, so this is me. That's my roommate, ex-roommate. She's great. One of my attendings once told me, your girlfriend must just have you talk to her, just sit down and talk because your voice is so lovely. And I said, yes, I'm sure she would if she was real. 20 seconds takes a very... And I should also give kudos to my co-conspirator. We took a lot of these pictures together. This is my 11-year-old sister. When she was 5, she cut off all her hair so she'd be like Mulan and join the army. Currently, she's in spelling bee. She placed 7th in Canada just the other day. She got the word buffa wrong. I don't even know what that means. It probably means something to fool up 11-year-old spelling bee champions. This is the farmer's market. The thing about the farmer's market, we took these pictures on a Saturday. It was sunny. We went to the farmer's market. We had ice cream and waffles. They were very delicious. The thing about the farmer's market is there's a sense of community that you don't really get in many other places. It's people getting together to give other people what those people want. And it's something that you can feel. It's not like a sense or an emotion. But, oh, sorry, not blurry picture. This is where I live. That one right there. So I live here. It's kind of a new place. It's not where I live with Megan. That was also quite nice, and Deja lives there too now. There's this guy around who plays techno, really loud. It's not good techno. It's actually quite terrible. And it's like 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. This is also where I live, actually, coincidentally. And while we're on the subject of sight and what it means to people, I always thought it interesting that even when people ask me where you're from, like I was born in Edmonton. They say, no, where are you from? My mother's vagina. First, speaking of where I'm from, I rode the bus for the first time here, and I had these headsets on. I still have headsets on. I had I was kind of just like lying on the back, and my head was on the thing, but I was too busy being cool to realize that the whole bus ride, my head was rattling against the back of the window, and I had a headache for 3 days. When I think about downtown, I close my eyes, and I don't think about what I see. I think about what I hear. The lifeblood of the city courses through the veins of these streets in the daytime. You know, the people, the babies, the cars, the dogs, the buskers. This is what St. John's is to me. These are the people, and this is what I see in my mind. So this is one of my sister's favorite shops on the street. And honestly, there's nothing really like the scent, the heady aroma, of an unbrewed cup of tea, just the powder. Well, except maybe an unlit cigarette. Also delicious. If you want to go somewhere, learn about it in a book. If you want to really be somewhere, drink a cup of tea. Trust me. Now, say what you want about the new habit, but they still have the old oatcakes. Delicious. There's something about the crumbly, salty, like very starchy appeal of these things that speaks to the primitive agrarian in me. I just want to like drink beer and eat an oatcake and dance around a fire. Food. So you guys know this place. What you might not know is that one time, a couple of years ago, I was chatting with this girl right there in front there, and I felt something on my head. It was like a brute or like an egg or like a bird shat on my head. And it did. It was like stringy and goopy, and there were these solid bits, and she never called me back. Things really change at night, though, in this town. It's louder where I live, but it's also a little more silent, it's a little more awkward. I find it's interesting. There's girls dressing up, but I'm not going to talk about sight. It's that idea that they feel that there's this submissive role they need to fill so that men pay attention, and men feel they need to have this predatory attitude so that women will pay attention to them. And in a way, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's really true. I mean, wiener boy Chris that I am, I don't get lucky very often. I actually had my first kiss here. It was only one of us knew it at the time. It was really slimy. It tasted like beer. Very disappointing experience. Underwhelming through and through. She was drunk. I was drunker. Underwhelming. I've tried to return the favor to the gender ever since. Mission accomplished. You might know this place. I do. It's kind of a view that I'm more used to than you, perhaps. It's the back of the Health Science Center. Don't get me wrong, not a doctor. Not a doctor. Not even a resident. But not even close, really. I'm so far away that I'm almost as invisible as the patients at times. But this is the hospital as I know it. When I'm on call at night, there's no one on the first floor. There's only kind of that beep, 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 beep. But I'm close enough that the first time I felt a man die, I was actually doing chest compressions on him. I could feel kind of his old hairless heart underneath my hands as I pushed, and his life just seeped through my gown and through my pants, and his blood was doing this plinko ball thing down my leg. I swear to God, I could feel him. I could feel him go cold. I knew when he left. And I was crying as I stood there on the operating table. The next day, my resident, who, invisible, didn't know my name, came over to me at the nurse's station. Little girl just wrapped her ropey arms around me and gave me this very long hug. Her hair smelled like cinnamon. So these guys, this is the other half of my life. I've taught these guys and many guys like them for a very long time. These are some little white belts going for their yellow belt grading. And for them, I mean, I guess I've realized over 7 years that you have to be someone that not only you respect, because I always respect myself, but someone that other people can respect. And so for these guys, I ran my first Tele 10. I was the first boy in an all-girl yoga class. I quit smoking, and I drink a lot less. But I can't say I did it all for them. There's this time, when you're in the middle of a kata or a long run, and the sweat's pouring down, and you're blinded when your eyes turn inwards. They turn inwards, and you're free of love and hate. You're free of yourself, and you see you sometimes. You see God. Thank you.